Good morning. Today we are reviewing powers of 10. Remember, powers are made up of a base, which is the bigger number, and an exponent, which is this tiny little number up here in the top right. So remember that our base is what we use as a factor, and our exponent is how many times we use that base as a factor to multiply it. So today in particular, we are looking at the powers of 10, or how many times we're going to use 10 as a factor. Now let's take a look at this first one here, 10 to the 0 power. I know that you are in middle school and you do not like rules very much, but there is a rule in math that says anything to the 0 power is equal to 1. Just a plain old 1. The whole number 1. That's the rule. For anything to the 0 power, it's equal to 1. Now, anything to the first power is that number. So 10 to the first power would give me 10. Because I'm writing 10 down one time, and I'm not multiplying it times anything but the whole number 1. So 10 to the first power is 1. 10 to the second power is written out as 10 times 10, which we all know, we've known this since first grade. That equals 100. All right, and 10 to the third power, I'm going to use 10 3 times as a factor and write that out. 10 times 10 is 100, times 10 more is 1, 2, 3, 1,000. All right, and 10 to the fourth, do you see a pattern going on here? 10 to the second has 2 zeros. 10 to the third has 3 zeros. 10 to the fourth is going to have how many zeros? A 1 and then, you guessed it, 4 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4. 10,000. So here are the positive powers of 10. Now let's take a look at some negative powers of 10. Remember that a negative exponent tells me that I need to write my base as a fraction. So in order to do that, we're going to put a 1 over 10 to the first. And now we're going to evaluate our denominator. Remember, our denominator is this bottom number here in the fraction. So 1 over 10 to the first, 10 to the first is 10. And 1 over 10 squared is how I'm going to write 10 to the negative second power. And that equals 1 over 100, or 1/100th. And 10 to the negative third power is written as 1 over 10 to the positive third power. And that equals 1/1000th. And 10 to the fourth power is 10 to the negative fourth power is 1 over 10 to the positive fourth power. And when I evaluate that, I get 1 over 10,000, which is 1/10,000th. Now, we can also write these in decimal form. And 1/10 written as a decimal is 0.1. 1/100th is written as 0.01. 1/1000th, 0.001. And I know you're seeing a pattern here. As my exponent appears to be increasing, my number decreases. So it's actually decreasing. Remember, negative numbers, as they get greater, they decrease. As my integers in my exponents decrease, so do my values. Now let's make sure that we finish this one down here, 0.0001. All right, and those are your powers of 10 for today.
Made with Doodlecast Pro.